Welcome to episode 3 of the StatPad Podcast, where we go beyond the box score. I'm Caleb Hickman alongside my co-host Milo Horton. Milo, how we feeling? Episode 3, son.
Feeling good, lucky number three. Uh, got a new mic, but it currently is not working because I was expecting, get up. I can go up, walk around a little bit, get a little active with
I'm
it.
not gonna lie, it got like your volume kind of went up when you were talking into it.
Hello, hello.
Oh no, it
Well,
didn't.
okay, that was rage bait,
It's a
but
it's a work in progress. We'll
work
get it
in
rolling.
progress.
But
Yes.
yeah, I'm hoping to get a mic like that too. That thing's sick.
I need to get a new camera. Looks like I'm filming on a toaster right now, but it's okay.
We're just hoping to grow. And then as we grow as a channel and as a podcast, then all this other stuff's going to grow with us. But as always, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, X. I've been committing to trying to get out a video a day, even though a lot of that is just clipping episodes right now. We got some fun stuff planned today, which should make for some other type of content videos that we're going to put out, which should be really interesting. Um, the StatPad Pod is where you're going to find us on all social medias. Also, like I said last week, we're on Spotify now as well. So if that's where you want to get the full episode, go over to Spotify. It runs really well over there. And then again, just subscribe and follow. We're just hoping to grow, staying consistent. Episode 3, 3 episodes in 3 weeks. Just continuing to build and DM us, send us a text, email us at thestatpadpod@gmail.com. We got a question from a viewer today where we want to answer y'all's questions. We want to do things that the viewers want to see instead of just steering these episodes in in our way. But let's get to some basketball. We were kind of waiting to get this episode. We were like, dang, we really don't have a lot of news. We don't have anything to do because frickin' LeBron kept taking his sweet time. But at a crisp 10:30 yesterday morning, LeBron James to Philly, 2-year contract, $8 million with a player option. And I see why he did it. LeBaron Philon in Philly, there's really like the allure was there. Who could resist, you know?
Yeah, it's huge. We've been talking about it for a while. LeBron was acting like a groundhog, seeing his shadow a couple of days, pushing it back. He thought he had that aura to push it back, which he does. But the biggest shocker I would say in this whole thing is that 2-year, $8 million contract.
I
I
completely agree. I'll let it go back over to you, but we talked about it in our first episode that I was for sure thought that there was no way he was gonna I thought he was gonna still get his bag.
Yeah, it's incredible that he signed for $8 million. He is less paid than he's only a couple $1 million paid more than LeBaron Philon. He's
He
practically
makes he
making
makes less than LeBaron
like
Philon.
that is insane. How is that possible?
Yeah.
The Sixers are just above the luxury tax. They still are below the first apron, the second apron. Uh, and they have pretty much a starting five of superstar or not superstars, but like great starting five. They've got
I would say
Tyrese
superstars.
Maxey, Joel, VJ Edgecombe, who's on the come up,
Jalen
and
Brown,
Jalen
LeBron.
Brown. How like that is insane that they're able to pull that off. But personally, I think that, you know, did I think he might have had a better fit in Cleveland? Yes, I do. Heat, definitely not. I thought if he went to the Heat, it would just be like, or just a retirement party. Like he generally had no chance in the Heat. But I think with the Sixers, it's definitely a project lineup. I was talking to Philly Joe, if he knows who he is. Philly Joe was telling me that, with LeBron on the team, he might not be able to go to any more Sixers games because the prices are going to be through the roof. But I think that will this lineup work? 100%. I think it could. Like it's still LeBron James. He's one of the smartest players that the league has ever seen. Uh, And it's exciting to see what they could do in the East and how they'll contend with some of the movement that has been happening in the East between the Celtics, the Knicks, and the Hawks. I think it could be really interesting.
Yeah, I think they definitely, I wouldn't call them the favorite in the East just because the Knicks have that unity and have the championship. But in my opinion, I think they're definitely the second contending team in the East right now. But even though he ended up in Philly, it just shocked me a little bit because I think he does fit in well there. But I think the fit with the Cavs would have been seamless. I think obviously the Nuggets weren't in his final teams, but I thought the fit there would have been good. I thought the fit with the T-Wolves would have been solid. But what kind of confused me a little bit with the Sixers was I went and looked at their bench a little bit. Yes, they drafted Phylon. Yes, they got Dean Wade. But besides that, they really are kind of in a boat like the Heat. They don't have a lot of depth there. They don't have a lot of help at the big man position. So when Joel Embiid goes down, is LeBron going to sub into the five? Like, how's that going to look? Obviously, there's still a lot of offseason and free agency to go, but that whole team's kind of just a question mark right now. A lot would have to go right for them to reach their full potential.
Yeah, and I think the Sixers have to be uh it'll all come down to coaching and they do have Ariel Hukporti as their backup center, which like that's a big project center, I would say. But it definitely takes the right coaching that's to put this team above some of the others.
And I mean, I gained a lot of respect for LeBron. I was talking to my dad about it. Like, no one expected him to take this type of money. So that gives me some respect for him. And that shows that he's fully in it to better the team and give them whatever they need to win a championship. So kudos to him. It was just that was not what I was expecting to see. I thought for sure this whole time it was going to be Cleveland.
Yeah, and I was kind of talking at work with some of my like coworkers, and honestly, I the initial thought for me, it kind of was the opposite in the fact that I think this just diminishes his GOAT-esque kind of argument because like did any of these top players take a salary cut just to chase another championship?
Jordan was still getting a bag in Washington.
Like it's just like I feel like this is kind of like, hey, I still want to win one more. I need to be put on a good team. I'll take the pay cut. I just find that to be an aspect where like a true GOAT would it really do that? Like, hey, I want to not get carried, but like I want to be put on a superstar level team to get another championship on my way out.
I can see what you mean because I mean, obviously he's got the money, he's got the brand deals, all of that. But I mean, this is kind of like just throwing in the white towel to be like, it's a championship or nothing now. That's the only reason my 40-year-old self is still playing in this league.
Yeah. Do you think say if he does win a championship, how do you think that people will take it? Like, do you think it'll be valued as much? Do you think it will be like people are like, yeah, this is, and he won that himself. Like it,
I think it's going to depend on how he fits in and contributes to the team. If it's a LeBron James that on that stacked team is giving 17 to 20 points per game, or it's a LeBron that when there's injuries in the playoffs and he's rising to the occasion and lead it, it's gonna fully depend if they win that chip, what version of LeBron we see. But if it's just how I think it would be of that team stays healthy, Jaylen Brown leads the way, Joel's healthy, Tyrese Maxey leads the way with help from supporting cast, and LeBron's giving you a smooth 10 to 12 points per game and just helping out, the ring really doesn't hold a lot of value for me. Yes,
yeah,
it'll go in those stats, but that's not a ring that is going to pass Jordan, in my view.
yeah, it's interesting because like I truly don't see a version of LeBron that is that 20 to 17 points per game because there's just so much like Maxey's gonna ball handle, and you could have seen like a version of LeBron who takes the point guard and like is more of a floor general who distributes the ball to these superstars. But I don't really see an offense where Tyrese Maxey is not bringing the ball up the court or Jaylen Brown. Uh, Jaylen Brown's gonna be going back into that kind of role of what he was on the Celtics, where he sat behind Jason Tatum. Uh, so it'll just be interesting to see if he sits behind Jaylen Brown or if he actually is kind of that floor general on the floor, starting the offense.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think, I mean, as a Sixers fan, you definitely got to be excited. You get better. You get better by adding him. I mean, it's as clear as day.
yeah, you get better, and I think it's exciting as a Sixers fan. You gotta be pumped. I freaking hate it. It's so annoying that the Sixers are actually looking prominent this year, but like you said, still a lot of question marks, still a lot of if, thens, and buts about that team. But I it could really be successful. It is a great lineup. The Sixers are making the right moves. And they still have plenty of room to work. If they want to pay a couple of role players, build that depth, they have the room to do it. They are still nowhere close. They're right above the luxury tax. They still could go up to that first apron, right below the second apron. They could cash out on some players, but it just gives them room to work, and I think that's really exciting for a Sixers team. If it's not working, hey, let's move some players around. We need to build that depth. We need to trade for another player. I think they have a lot of room to work, and that's going to be huge for them.
And I mean, you just kind of went into it right there, but one of my questions when I was setting this episode up, like obviously you had your rant last week about I hate to see the Sixers making the right moves, actually gaining some ground. What was your initial reaction yesterday when the news came in and you're like, they're getting even better?
Yeah, I was already scared as a Knicks fan about what was going on in Philly with the move for Jaylen Brown, and adding LeBron to that team is making it a little bit even more scarier. Uh, the Knicks are kind of staying put. They are kind of capped out at where they're at. They're running it back with their championship team minus Mitchell Robinson and Ariel Hukporti. Uh, we did get Andre Drummond recently, which I think will be really huge. It's kind of like, hey, we got rid of a rebounder, we're getting back a rebounder, and suddenly Andre Drummond shoots threes now. So maybe this adds a little bit more free throws and shooting and some space that Mitchell Robinson didn't bring. But I think that the Knicks back-to-back run is looking less and less prominent because one is so much harder to win a championship in this day and age than it was back then. So much harder. I think championships are more valuable in today's game than they were back then. We haven't seen a back-to-back championship since the Warriors. And that's a lot of time. That's 10 years now since that's happened. So, uh, yeah, it's scary.
And I mean, with Andre Drummond, y'all took him from the Sixers. And if they have Andre Drummond on this team, it's a team I'm a lot more confident in. But that'll kind of segue that Knicks talk. We're not going over full power rankings again because obviously there's not enough moves to make for a couple to really shift the power rankings. But we will go over our top six. So the Sixers were at six in our initial power rankings. Ahead of them at five was the Celtics, then the Nuggets at four, and then the Thunder at three, Spurs at two, Knicks at one. With the LeBron news, I know where I'm moving the Sixers to, and we'll talk it over to see where they actually land. But how far do you have them jumping up with this news?
I mean, the way I think about it, I think they easily clear the Celtics. Now, the question is if they move above the Nuggets or not. The Nuggets are definitely a more sound and like you know what you're gonna get out of the Nuggets. The Nuggets are the same thing every single year. Jokic stays healthy, I do think that they are going to be a better team than the Sixers. However, I do think the LeBron trade really just like elevates them. I think we did have them a little low because we took a lot of these question marks into consideration. Uh, Personally, if we're going pure power rankings or we're just looking at the stat sheet, we can't take in any injuries or anything like that. I think you have to have the Sixers above the Nuggets.
And I agree with you. You kind of took the words right out of my mouth. Their ceiling is so much higher. The Nuggets, you know what they're going to be. Sure, if things go right, they could maybe muck things up, beat the Thunder, beat the Spurs. But the Sixers, a power ranking is kind of based on the what if of not the injuries and stuff, but just when you look at the team, like, what are they going to give you? And the Sixers ceiling is so much higher in an East where that Sixers team has so much talent. I I completely agree that the Sixers should jump up to 4. And when we go over our next power rankings, like that's where we'll be evaluating them from the 4 spot. And I mean, yeah, it's just like LeBron in a Sixers jersey is going to be, it's going to look so weird. That's why I
Goofy.
really thought Cavs or Heat would where he would go to end it.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. And he has the 2 years. So does this mean we're going to get LeBron at 44?
It's the player option too, so it's fully up to him.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see if he's like if they don't quite, they like get bounced out of the Eastern Conference Finals, does he run it back? Does he, even if they like make it to say like even if they make it to the playoffs and then bounce out, then is he like, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
If they win a championship, does he come back for another or does he retire on the
It's
championship?
gonna be it's gonna be really interesting to see. I mean, LeBron, he came. Do you see that interview with him and Tyrese Maxey at the Fanatic Fest? He was saying that he could average 10 points until he's 65.
I was talking to a coworker at work about it yesterday, and we were like, at first I said yes, but then I was like, he really would lose a lot of that power when he got up to the 60s. But I think he could do it till he was 50.
Yeah, that's insane. 65, and who knows? And we haven't seen a specimen like LeBron ever, and his longevity is insane. But like 65, like
If there would
that's
be
insane.
anyone to do it, it's him though.
Yeah, like this is Unk Prime. This is what my dad think he's at, but I just do not see LeBron. I can't be that easy for him. 10 points, like that's crazy.
And he continues to be a player in this league, and we still have yet to see a league without LeBron James in it in
Yeah,
our lifetimes.
I texted you the other day. What did I say? Like literally out of the blue, I said, where is it at? I wonder what life is like without LeBron in the NBA. Like we truly don't know. We have been born in an age where LeBron has been in the league since 2003. We were born in 2005. We have never experienced an NBA without LeBron. I can't even imagine one what people would talk about, two, like what the league would be like, who's the superstar, stuff like that. Who's the face of the league? Like that's just such an interesting to think about. Uh like what life would be like without LeBron James in the league.
Don't let that take a hit on our credibility, okay? Even though it was 2000, we've still watched a lot of basketball, okay? I promise. Played a lot of 2K.
Yeah, but it's just like it's insane. Like he's been here for so long. Like he's outlasting people. He's playing people's kids now. Like what? That's insane.
And then last note on LeBron before we'll get to some other big news and keep going. Bronny. Is Bronny gonna come over and join the Sixers? Do they have a spot for him? Is he gonna stay in LA? And I don't know. I mean, JJ Redick really made an effort to try to turn him into an NBA player. So what are thoughts on his future?
I mean, every time that they moved him down to the G League, he drops buckets in the G League, which is like, okay, you drop buckets in the G League and then you're absolute crapshoot once you get to the league. I think the Sixers cleared up some cap space to give him a 200 a $20 million over 1 year just to have it on the team. No, I think that if I were the Lakers, it's definitely a player you want to develop just because he has that name, and you can get if he develops, you could get some kind of picks or money off of him. Uh, but I think he's about to get the Dennis Schroeder treatment where he's just getting tossed around the league.
And that's the thing, like my last point on it. I think he's an NBA player now. He really is. That he might never be able to find a starting role or a consistent spot in any city, but this season will be big to prove it. But I think he's an NBA player that can hang around in this league and give play his role for teams, hop into the G League every now and then. But I think there is a career for him in this league. And that'll bring us into the other little bit of big news, and then we'll go over some littler contracts. But Lou Dort to the Hawks in a three-team trade. Zachary Rissache, former number one overall pick, joins two other former number one overall picks, Kyrie and Cooper Flagg in Dallas, and then Ryan Nembhard as well, little point guard over in Dallas, also to the Hawks. And OKC gets off another contract and brings in more second round picks for Sam Presti to work with. So thoughts on any portion of that trade?
I mean, good thing that OKC's they're having issues because they have all these project players that are really good now. But when you do that, they got to get paid, and that's the problem. They're paying their players, they're losing cap space. They got to get rid of uh a great player who was on their championship team, a great defender in Lou Dort going to the Hawks, and the Hawks just keep making trade after trade, step after step. That's just in the right direction. They've got two great on-ball defenders in the league, and Dyson Daniels and Lou Dort. And they get Nembhard. I think Nembhard is a great player. He's definitely developing into a great shooter. He's kind of just like his brother. I think the Hawks just keep building depth after depth, and they have the superstars. They have the players that could really make some noise in the East, and I think that that's going to be pretty huge for the Hawks.
My thoughts, Lou Dort, I mean, he was the enforcer for that Thunder team before they were good. Back for the bubble, back during the dark days of being a Thunder fan. So obviously it hurt to lose him. He was a key piece to that team. Um, but I think the Thunder did the right thing. They have their key players locked down. They're going to continue to develop and build depth. And now they get more second rounders to work with and shed some salary. And now he goes to Atlanta, Lou Dort. Him next to Dyson Daniels is going to be hell. Also, they get Ryan Nembhard. This dude is a maestro. This dude had a 20 plus assist game last season. And you look at the Hawks roster, if we post anything from this clip, or I'll probably put it even in this podcast episode, they have so many bona fide players. You look at all these teams around the league, they've got a 7 man, 8 man, 9 man rotation. The Hawks have about 10, 11, 12, 13 players that can give you good minutes in the NBA. So they are just looking scary. Sure, there's a lot of guards over there and a lot of players that you're like, I don't know where they're going to fit, but they're going to be a lot of fun this year because they've got defense, they've got scoring, they've added some size, and they've just done really well making trades. And then I'll toss it back over to you with this. The one thing that people aren't talking about as much with this trade, Zachary Rissache over to the Mavericks. What do you see for him?
Yeah, I mean, he's a player that hasn't really developed, and he's going over the Mavericks who have some time to develop him. They could actually give him some solid minutes, which he's a number one overall pick. Maybe he could develop into a good role player, which is kind of what the Mavs need because they have their stars. They need those role players to fill it out. But he's just not looking promising. That draft class was not the best, and it's not really showing the best. And Ricochet is just it's a player I would not want on my roster. It's just there's a lot of question marks with him, and is he ever going to be that number one overall esque? And I don't think he is. It's just rough game after rough game. It's just inefficiency, which you just do not want to lean on.
Talking to Hawks fans, it was just hell on earth from them watching this dude get DMPs and sit on the bench in the playoffs as a former number one overall pick. But I think with the Mavs, it's a good fresh start. I think the Mavs aren't on a timeline to compete anytime soon. Meanwhile, the Hawks are, which is why he didn't fit into their timeline anymore. But he's shown some promise. He had some good stints as a rookie. Every now and then he'll give you a good game, but he can go over there as a wing next to Kyrie and Cooper Flag, and he's got time to develop. And if things go the right way and he turns into a solid wing next to Cooper Flag, next to Merez Johnson, who we'll talk about later in this episode, then it's the right move for him. But I think there's teams. When I saw the trade, I thought Ricochet was getting traded to the Thunder. And I was like, he's going to turn into an absolute demon. But the Mavs, I don't know with the development. Obviously, Cooper Flag's been great. Obviously, they've been able to develop some players recently. But it's at least a fresh start for a number one pick who just has been dying out in this league so far. And we'll cover just some of the littler contracts before we move on. Jordan Walsh, 3 year, $15 million contract extension with the Celtics. I was talking to you about it before the episode started. Do you think that has to be a role player for them now with shipping off Jaylen Brown and kind of resetting things a little bit?
I mean, Jordan Walsh is kind of like their defender now, and I think he's who they lean on to guard some of those better players because he's not really got an offensive bag, but he has the length and size to defend multiple positions, and I think that's what they're kind of paying him for. Hey, we're going to give you this money. We want you to guard some of the best players in the league, and I think that's what they're going to try to use him for.
I think it's definitely, I like Jordan Walsh's game. I watched a lot of him in college when he was at Arkansas, but I think they're, especially with how they're moving things around, there's a way if he's able to make do with this contract and the time he's about to get, there's a way forward for him to grow in value as an NBA player. And then the Lakers also signed a defender, our last hit in the recent news, Matisse Thybulle, 1 year, 3.3 million, 2K GOAT. Do you think he's still got some juice? I mean, obviously he was back with the Trailblazers playing all right, but what do you think for the Lakers on that signing?
I mean, it's another. It just feels like they have a bunch of 3D players now. I think him or Quentin Grimes could be one of those players that you just have on the wing. They can play their defense. They'll give you good efficiency, not great efficiency, but they'll put up shots. They'll make some of them. So it's definitely another okay signing by the Lakers. It's like okay signing after okay signing, and it's just like when are we gonna make that good signing? When are we gonna make some of those steps into making a championship team? I just don't think Matisse is gonna be that kind of player for them.
The Lakers have also just hit free agency so heavy. Quentin Grimes, Kessler, Colin Sexton, Matisse Thybulle, like so many guys over there. They got a lot of players. Some of them are give you really good nights and they'll give you really bad nights, but they're also just a huge question mark who will be exciting to see. But that'll wrap up recent news. Move us into just a summer league wrap up segment. Summer League just wrapped up. Congratulations to the Warriors on winning the Summer League, even though me and Milo aren't too excited about what the Warriors can do this year. Winning Summer League solid, like especially when the Summer League MVP was Yaxel Lindenborg, especially when your rookie that you take in the top 15 picks was the engine of that team. In that championship game, he had 21 points on 50% shooting, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and he was great all of Summer League.
Yeah, I mean the Warriors have always been a team like you guys have no promise in the future. Like you have your star Stephen Curry, you got Draymond Green. You guys have good players, but like their time is running out. And seeing them win the summer league, you're just thinking, wait, they actually might have some future in this team. It still is summer league, but you got to be happy about that. Your draft pick going out and winning summer league MVP. It's great to see. I mean, he's putting up numbers. He's putting up great stats for a big man, and I think that once he gets into the league, it is going to translate. I think the way he plays is kind of like what you want to find in your center nowadays. Somebody who can stretch the floor but still have a paint dominance like he does. So it's exciting for the Warriors.
And I was hoping to make an all summer league starting five of my own, but the NBA put one out, and I was like, their starting five would be my starting five. So I want to present it to you, go over it a little bit, talk about these players in depth, even though I think in our last two episodes, we've hit on every single one of these players just because they were fantastic in Summer League. But my MVP and the point guard on this team for Summer League, Malik Thomas for the Cavs out of Arkansas, averaged 28 points. I talked about him all episode last week. But thoughts on him? Thoughts on what he could be for a Cavs team who now did not get LeBron and are just standing pat now. They were really in that LeBron sweepstakes to hopefully get him and raise the floor, but now it's just running it back from last season. So, what can Malik Thomas give to this Cavs team?
Yeah, I know you're high on Malik Thomas. You're always pitching a tent whenever you talk about him. He's a good player, and it's great to see for the Cavs. They took players in the previous drafts like Tyree Eason. They took uh uh Tyrese Proctor. And now they got a guy like Malik Thomas who's actually looking like to be that kind of great rookie who's going to come off the bench and put up good minutes for them. And it's it's going to be he's going to be a great player. And I can already see that. I think that especially on this Cavs team that has a lot of players that could really teach them something. I think it's exciting for Malik.
Learn from Harden, learn from Donovan Mitchell, and then take Harden's role when it's all said and done and plug in next to Donovan Mitchell. I think that's a pretty good gig for a guy that has already showcased a lot of what he can do at a high level.
Yeah, even he because right now Max Strus is going to be kind of their player, their player on the starting lineup that he could maybe get into tension, bump some guys down, but uh, yeah, I think that this Cavs team is a team that you want to land on if you're a draft pick.
At number two, at the shooting guard on the All Summer League Five, Braden Berry's guard out of Arizona for the Bucks. He was awesome. He was so great in Summer League. And it was another guard in this draft that was so steady in college that you knew was going to be good. It gives them a great piece that can control the tempo and score every night in this rebuild.
Yeah, I didn't watch any Brandon Berry's ball. Yeah, and it's huge to see. Same thing. It's like for a Bucks team that is brutally tragic right now. There's a little bit of promise for them, but he might just he might just get up minutes on the Bucks and then wither away. But hopefully he turns into that kind of caliber of a player where the Bucks can use him to either trade or really start building some pieces around him.
The path for him and Nate Ament to success is they just really got to elevate quickly. They elevate quickly, they become the pieces for the Bucks to build around, or they get shipped off to a better team where they can use their talents to compete, and the Bucks would get better from that. But I think it was a smash hit pick. Even though we talked about Nate Ament last episode, struggled at first in summer league, had a good breakout near the end of it. I think they killed the draft. I think if I was them in a rebuild, take a guard that you know what he's going to give you and take a 6'10" forward that could be the next Kevin Durant. So I think the Bucks killed the draft, and it's good to see Braden Berry's have a good summer league. And then we've already talked about him, but at the small forward, we've got Yaxel on this Summer League starting five, you knew he was going to be good. He dominated at Michigan. He just ran college basketball last year, and he's got a really good personality too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a player that you know is gonna translate in the league, and we've already seen it, and I'm excited to see how he plays in the league.
With those players that play in college so long, when they come to the league, they're just ready to roll. They've been in college so long, they've trained with NBA guys, they've done the draft process and then came back out of it like he did before he transferred to Michigan. And they're just ready to go as soon as they step foot in the league and they understand what it takes to succeed in this league. And then at the 4 and 5 for the Summer League, all five, Cam Boozer and Caleb Wilson. We talked about them so much last week. They've just been outstanding. They both have.
Yeah, they've both been great, and it's exciting. I'm excited to see how they play in the league. Caleb Wilson, especially, very high on him. I think he's gonna be an incredible player. Cam Boozer is kind of proving people wrong. People were doubting him at the third overall pick. I was one of them. He's playing great ball. Hopefully on Memphis he continues to do the same against some of these more dominant players. But we'll see.
And I mean, it's just Summer League. It's just Summer League. They can get into regular season and it be a completely different game for them. But they've just showed so much promise so far. I'm so excited to watch this Bulls team this year with Mados Buzelis and Caleb Wilson will get to play the four because they've got a center now with Claxton. They've got Josh Giddey. They drafted Dalen Swain, who he was our stat pattern of the week last week. But if he can figure things out too, that's a five I'm really confident in. Um, and going off that, no stat pattern of the week this week. I'm sorry, there's just no basketball to really get a good stat pattern from. But that'll wrap it up. I feel like the NBA did a great job on that all summer league five. Like it was players that just dominated. And then that'll take us to our last point from the summer league is viewer reached out to us, asked about Morez Johnson. I was going to talk about him last week. He was on my list of standouts, and I somehow was moving too fast and glossed over him. But this was a guy I was not confident in. He was drafted to the Mavericks at pick 9. They got Dusty May as their head coach from Michigan. And so all three Michigan guys were on the board, Yaxel, Merez, Ademara. And I was like, for sure they're going to go a Michigan guy. I thought Morez Johnson was the worst out of the three. I thought Yaxel was probably the best, but I thought they were going to go Mara, a big center to go with Cooper Flag. They get Morez Johnson, and I wasn't high on him. I did not like. He was a player I did not want teams to draft. I had him falling really far. He comes out in Summer League game one, drops 27 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. He only played 2 games in the Summer League, but he averaged 18 and a half points, 6.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, with 2.5 steals per game and 3 blocks per game. This dude came and stuffed the stat sheet and has proven me wrong so far. And that is a forward that if he can do it all next to Cooper Flag, can make the Mavericks team even better.
Yeah, I think I just remember watching the draft, and when he got picked, even the analysts were like pretty shocked by it. Like out of all the Michigan guys, we went with Johnson. I just think that originally people were like, "Ooh, like okay, that's your number 9 overall pick. This is what you guys kind of tanked for." But like if your player's putting up numbers like that, it's a good pick. And it especially for the defensive side of that with the 2.5 steals and the 3 blocks, that's kind of what this Mavericks team needs in some defense. They have a lot of offense, a lot of offensive scorers who can get buckets, but this defense is what they need most. And the fact that how are you going to stop some of these superstars in the league uh, to start competing? So I think it's a great pickup.
He plays with a lot of intensity. And he was obviously a member of that Michigan national championship team. And Coach Dusty May obviously knows his players better than me. And again, this is a reason I'm not in a front office making these draft picks because I was not high on him. But May knows his players, so he knows Merez Johnson was the one. And Summer League, he's shown flashes of greatness. So I think he could plug in really good in a Mavs five with a healthy Kyrie. Richesay will probably be in the mix. Flag, Merez Johnson, Derek Lively coming back, PJ Washington. Their outlook is they could be a play-in team, maybe a six seed, or really, really bad. That'll wrap up Summer League. A good Summer League, but now we've really just entered the dead period before the season starts. The LeBron news is out. There's a couple free agents that still need to sign, but there's no basketball for a while. So it's going to be a lot of different stuff in these episodes, a lot of time filling. But this week we've got some games, baby. We've got some games. You know, we need some content that's going to switch it up from just clips and talking, all that. You'll get to see how much ball we know, how much ball we don't know, because maybe we get too big for our own britches sometimes.
Do we
But
have BK? Do we have BK? EBK? I don't. We'll see though.
sometimes it depends on the day.
Depends on the day.
We're going to start out with some NBA Wavelength. It's been pretty big recently. Do you want to be the guesser first, or do you want me to be the guesser
Okay, I'll
first?
explain it real quick. So we're gonna hold up a number. I'm gonna hold up the screen. It can be 1 through 10, and Caleb's gonna close his eyes. I'm gonna close my eye. Basically he's gonna ask any questions he wants. It could be anything, and I have to respond to the answer to get him to guess that number. So I can start first with
We'll let you
the
start out.
yeah. So if you
And
want to.
we're going to do three questions. Each person will get to ask three questions to figure out what the number is.
Okay, so if
Sh
you want to
Shut
close
them
your
peepers.
eyes. Oh, I'm closing my
Oh,
eyes.
I thought you were closing your eyes,
I can close
bro.
my eyes. I can
All
close
right,
my
bet.
eyes. Right?
Ready to go. The
All right,
number is up there.
Caleb, based off of this number, can you give me a can you give me a candy?
A candy.
Yes. Let's know a candy.
I mean, this is hard for you because you have a dairy allergy.
Yo, chill, bro.
Dang. I mean, I don't want to keep asking you questions because I feel like that's cheating. I'll say Smarties. Smarties.
Okay. Smarties. Okay, Smarties, I'm kind of thinking like I don't think they're the best. There's other good ones out there, but I do think it's a solid pick. I'm in the 4 to 5 range right now. Uh, Caleb, can you give me a LeBron championship
A LeBron
out
championship.
of his championships?
I mean, that's harder because they're limited, but the Lakers chip, I'm gonna have to say.
Okay, okay. So that's his worst championship in my opinion. I think that's pretty crap. I'm leaning towards 4, maybe even 3 now. 4 to 3, I would say. Uh,
Big one right here.
for the last question, can you give me a a jersey number?
A jersey number. Ooh, I'm gonna say like even if it's a number no one's worn, right? Like it could just be a
Yeah,
jersey. Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna say 70.
70? Okay. That's disgusting. That is absolutely criminal. 70, I would think he would go like a 91 if it was like a 3 or lower, like something really disgusting, but he went with the even number. I'm gonna lock in 4. as my number.
It was 3, bro. I
Oh,
like the way you thought. I was gonna go 71, but I was like, 71 is like a 2 or a 1. 70 is like even at least. So I feel like it would be and I was just trying to move you down from a 4 to a 3.
crap.
We
Oh,
were
it was
right
so
there,
close.
bro. That was
I would lose.
great. That was great.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Close your eyes. All right. Got my number up.
Ready to go?
Ready.
All righty.
Fire that question, boy.
Milo, give me a member of the Knicks from the Knicks championship team.
From the Knicks championship team. Okay. We can go Josh Hart.
Okay, okay. Josh Hart is a very important piece to that, but not the most important. I feel like they've got players that are much more valuable there to contributing, but I think he contributed a lot. So I'm at like a 6, 7, 8 range right now. Probably leaning towards like a 7 is how I'm feeling right now.
Okay.
Question two. Give me give me a card from any past 2K that we would both know.
Mm, card from any, just like a player
Just
or
like
a specific
a specific card.
specific card. Okay. Diamond Spotlight Series Cam Reddish.
That's beautiful. That's moving me to like an 8, maybe even 9 range now because that Cam Reddish was just the man, bro. I remember I saw a TikTok about it a while ago and it had a little Uzi beat in the background and I reposted it, sent it to you. You were like, bro, this is amazing.
Beautiful.
All right, we got one question. I feel like I'm moving in the right direction. Let me think. Give me give me a top 10 player all time. Like give me an all-time player.
Okay, all-time player. I will give you top player or just a player all time. I'll give you Karl Malone.
Karl Malone. Okay. There's way better players than him, but he's great. He's great. That moves me back down a little bit to like the 7 range, kind of maybe even 6 it drops me down, but with that I'm locking in 7. 7. Let's go, bro.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
The 2K hard the 2K card one was hard. I was thinking like
We
because like
remember so many of them so fondly, but
well
there's
like
way better than him.
exactly that's why I went for like a diamond. Like he's
Mm.
good, but he wasn't the best card in the game. But
Great shout with Karl Malone.
okay,
That brings me back down because he's probably definitely top 30, maybe top 20,
exactly. Yeah.
but there's way better than him. Bang,
Hmm.
dude, let's go. All right, we want to run another one of that?
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
do it, bro.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I've awoken. All right. Name me a Premier League club.
All time or right now?
Just a Premier League team.
I'll say Man City.
Okay. I mean, they all time they're pretty stinking good. I mean, I'm thinking 8 right now. That's kind of where my mind is. 8 to 9, maybe 7. We'll see, but that's where I'm feeling right now. Caleb, can you name me? Can you just name me a sport?
A sport.
Yes, in your opinion, a sport.
Basketball. Basketball.
Oh my gosh. Is that like a 9? Are we even pushing 10? And we're doing a basketball podcast. I know he loves football, college football. I gotta think like Caleb. I'm at a 9 right now. That's where I'm at. I feel like, you're still a big football fan, college football, big Bama guy. I don't know if basketball is a top dog, but I think it's close there. I'm at a 9.
All right, last question, bro. What you got?
Caleb, can you tell me? Let's just say a meal. Give me a meal. If you're coming home and this meal's cooked on your dinner or your table, where are you going with here?
Give me ribs, fries, fried okra, water, just laid out full rack of ribs. Oh,
Give me
even
a
th
10.
even though my parents can't cook that.
Give me a 10.
10, 10, baby. Basketball, bro. Come on.
Sorry,
That's a
I
10, bro.
kind of doubt I doubted you go through a lot of doubts in this
Look,
game. I was
yeah, it's lots of second guessing, but I mean, I still love my football, but bro, basketball is just
okay. I don't know. I was down myself there for a second.
alrighty. I'm going down.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go that on that. All right.
Ready to roll?
Yes.
Milo, give me a Nuggets player from just any time period.
Hmm. Okay. I'm going to go with I'll keep it current. Peyton Watson.
Peyton Watson, man. I love Peyton Watson. Free agent right now. Really hope we re-sign him because that's a player that can make this season less monotonous of us being stuck. He showed such great flashes last year. I think about him pretty highly, but there's Nuggets players I think about way higher. So I'm at a 5-6 range right now with P Watt.
Okay.
That's my guy. Milo, give me a NFL quarterback.
Okay. My NFL ball knowledge is not the best. So let me think.
Dig into that fantasy football knowledge.
Uh, okay. Caleb, I'm gonna give you CJ Stroud.
Think that puts me in kind of that same range. I mean, he was really bad in the playoffs, but he's a good QB. But I think he's mid. I think I'm going I think that moves me to a crisp 5. I'm solid at a 5 right now. Last question. Hmm. Give me an MVP
An MVP.
from in an NBA MVP from any time.
MVP. Uh, I will give you Steve Nash's second MVP.
I was thinking that it was gonna be Steve Nash if my number is where it needs to be. There's a lot of really good MVPs. I'm sticking with 5 with the Steve Nash MVP. Bro, come on. Come on, man.
Get in.
We're there. We're there. I was like, if I were to answer this question, I would say a Steve Nash MVP.
Yeah.
And you went there, I was like, it's definitely a 5. Let's do one more. All right, head down, boy. All right, we're ready.
Caleb, can you name me a color?
A color.
that would fit this number?
Brown.
Okay. Say recently Brown has been a little like stylish, I would say. Some people like the I'm kind of at a two right now. All right. Give me a just give me an NBA player right now.
An NBA player right now.
NBA player. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Zachary Ricochet.
We're going back up to that. I mean, he's not the worst player in the league. I would say he's like if it was a two, he would name like somebody who's on a 10-day contract. This guy has a contract. I'm going up to 3 to 4 right now. That's where I'm at. Caleb, can you give me a Fortnite weapon?
Fortnite weapon.
You're pulling this out of your chest. What are we thinking about?
I'm gonna go with. Do you remember like that 6-shot pistol that there was
Oh,
once upon a time?
ew. Oh my gosh. I was just I'm locking in. If I'm going up to retail row and I'm pulling up a chest and I get a 6 shooter, I am pissed. Is it green? Is it gray?
Didn't it have a lot of rarities? I
Maybe.
remember like a purple one of it.
Damn. Yeah, I'm going for a two. That's where I'm at right now.
Dang, come on. I was
Okay.
glad the 6-shooter, that's what it's called, but I
Yeah,
just
six
have
shoot.
horrible memories of that thing. That thing
I
sucked.
hated that gun by
Yeah,
everything.
it
Hand
was
cannon to go.
terrible.
Hand cannon in five.
That's what I thought about saying revolver, but I was like the revolver could get into some devious.
It could get a little dirty
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. All right. Last one of these wavelengths and then we'll keep moving forward.
Okay. Go with. All right. Arise. Okay. Go ahead, man.
All right, let's do this. Give me an NBA team right now.
Hmm. Right now.
Now.
Houston Rockets.
Ooh. Again, not bad, but not great. The outlook doesn't look great for them. I'm kind of at a 4, 5, 6 right now. I'm at a 5 right now.
Okay.
Next up, give me just a player in 2K, not a card, but like a
Mm.
player.
Player in 2K. Uh, I'm gonna go with Isaac Bonga.
In 2K, that guy's pretty cool. So, but I'm trying to remember, like he was good in my team, but I think it moves me up because there's good memories associated with bang your Isaac Bongas. But that moves me to like a 6, maybe even 7. But I'll stay at a 6 for right now.
Okay.
To end
Last
it
question.
off, I know you can hit on this big time. Give me an all-time Nick.
Mm. Okay. All time going with Kristaps Porzingis.
Ooh. I don't think he was a great all-time Nick. I mean, sure, he was good for a stint. He didn't really accomplish anything there. I want to go 5, but I don't think you went 5 again. I'm gonna go 5 though.
No, it was
It
6.
was 6. I was there. Oh, dude.
Oh, I just thought like all time because like the Knicks don't have a lot of all-time high moments,
I guess you're right. All their
and he
all-time
was a
players that are
prominent
high are
player.
really high, and all their players that aren't
Because
high
like
are really
I
low.
was gonna say, all the other players are pretty booty, but
Mm.
yeah,
Dang, man. Right there.
brutal.
All right. You're gonna be the game explainer because you got
All
these
right,
explanations down pat. We're
this
moving
one,
it to 1 out of 100.
yes. So this is also another wavelength, but kind of on a different format. So one of us is going to think of a player. All right. We'll probably show it on the screen whenever it gets edited and everything like that. So you guys know who we're thinking. Caleb is the guesser. He's going to say a player. I'm going to give a rating out of 1 to 100 on how much that player matches with this player. There could be weird connections. It could be like, oh, they played for the same team, so I'm gonna give a higher score. It could be that's nowhere close. I'm gonna name a low score. Once they get to 100 or get the player, that's then the game is complete.
All right.
All right.
Do you want to start
So
it off with your first player?
yes, I got a list of them. I'm going to go with okay. All right,
All right. Let's do
go ahead.
this. Start it off with Nikola Jokic,
I'll give you a 51.
a 51. It's not bad. Give me give me Chet Holmgren,
A 55.
55. Hmm. Give me give me Trey Young,
Uh 13.
13. Okay, okay. Give me Wemby,
Okay. I'm gonna give you a 89.
an 89. Wow. Um, give me Steph Castle,
Uh 90.
90. Okay, we're going up. Give me Dylan Harper,
90.
90. Give me De'Aaron Fox,
In a weird way, 92.
weird way, 92. All the Spurs are really close. OG Anunoby.
Uh 53.
Okay, okay. Give
Actually, no, 25.
25. Give me Harrison Barnes,
Okay. What did I say for De'Aaron Fox?
92.
93.
Gosh, bro. Feel like it's got to be a Spur. Luke Cornett.
Oh, that's like a 95.
Oh my gosh, bro. Devin Vassell.
Uh, 94.
Keldon Johnson.
94 or 90 91. Think of the players I've highly rated. Harrison
Cornett was highly
Barnes.
rated. Harrison Barnes was highly rated.
Who's a
De'Aaron
mix of
Fox was
who's
highly
the
rated.
mix of Harrison Barnes and Luke Cornett on the Spurs lineup?
Bro, I had to pull up the Spurs lineup. This guy get minutes? How am I? I must be forgetting someone, bro.
It's a very forgettable player.
Is it Carter Bryant?
Nope. Just gonna give a no for that.
Is it Julian Champagnie?
No, no, it's Harrison Barnes and Luke Cornett. An old odd center.
What other centers do they even have?
See, am I just brain farting right now?
I don't know. I feel like is it Kelly Olynyk?
You're getting close. That's like a
Bro,
98.
bro. Bismack Biyombo.
Yes, yes, 100,
Okay,
100,
okay, okay.
100.
Dang, bro, I had to scroll the roster for that.
Yeah,
Wow. That
I
was
just
that was LBK.
I remember him and Mason Plumlee cheering on the
Oh,
sidelines. And I was like, I'm gonna go
why De'Aaron in a weird way?
because he's old.
I guess.
I was trying to go. Harrison Barnes is old, an old center with Cornette.
Mm.
So yeah, it was a
All
weird, freaky
right.
way.
I got my first player for you.
Okay, let's go with Denny Advia.
Like 15,
Okay, let's go with a Jose Alvarado.
15.
Okay, uh, let's go with a Jaren Jackson Jr.
Maybe like a 20.
Jesus.
I'll actually change. I'll say Jaren's a 15, Alvarado's like 25.
Okay. Uh, Paulo Banchero.
Like a 30.
Okay, we're getting up there. I think he's in the East. Uh, let's go for let's go for Mitchell Robinson.
Like a 55 now.
Okay. Okay, so I think it's a center in the East. Uh, let's see. Anthony Davis. Or wait, no, is he in the what? No, that's the East.
Like a fifth. Like a 70 in a weird
Okay.
way.
Okay. Right. He's a center. Uh, he's in a weird way. Let's go for Jalen Duren.
Jalen Duren. I mean, 20, 20.
Okay, I think he's an old off center, and in the East, this isn't somebody old, but I'm gonna go with Jarrett Allen.
Like a 20.
Okay, I think he's a power forward now. Uh, let's go with Zubac.
Like a 20.
Oh my gosh, is he in the West then? Joel Embiid.
Like a 95.
95? Is it LeBron?
Like a 85.
85. Okay, Tyrese Maxey.
Like a 40.
Okay, somebody who is on the Sixers. Nikola Jokic.
Like a 90.
90. Okay, so I think he's in the East, but I think he's an MVP. He was in some like MVP race with them. Uh Crap. I don't even know who's in uh crap. What about Paul George?
Like 30.
Hmm. Jeez, this is killer right now. I just like lose all knowledge of
I think you're
anybody.
gonna get it. I think once you get on the right track, you're gonna get it.
So we got two centers, MVP caliber-ish. Victor Wembanyama.
Like
No.
40.
Uh, hey, Nikola Jokic and Joel. Luka Doncic.
Like a 40.
Giannis?
Like a 95 for a weird
Oh my
reason.
God! For a weird
You're
reason,
not thinking about it in the right context.
they're all kind of foreign besides Joel.
Think about who these guys have played
Who they have played. They have all played.
or played with.
They're all in the
Like, who
East.
have I given you high? Anthony Davis, LeBron, Jokic, Embiid, Giannis.
These are all unks. Who they all played with. So it's in their era. Let's go for wait,
Not even played with.
yeah, just in the same era. Damian Lillard.
Like a 50.
Who they played with. In a weird way.
I mean, I don't even think it's a weird way. You just haven't thought about it yet.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, like a 65, 70.
Oh,
You're gonna be so mad, dude.
I am. I feel like I'm just not. We're not on the same wavelength.
Uh-uh.
Uh, Julius Randle.
50.
Oh my God, you're killing me, Smalls. They're all uh Kawhi Leonard.
Like a 80.
Oh my God.
Actually, like a 90.
Like a 90. So he's good defense. He's unk. He's Stephen Curry. I guess already.
Mm-mm. 90, 98.
Is it Draymond Green?
Mm-mm. Ni
What?
he's I guess he's a free agent now, but he's like a 90, a 90.
98? So he's got to be on the Warriors. Is it Kristaps? Is Kristaps even on the Warriors
He is
anymore?
on the
Yeah,
Warriors, so
Kristaps.
he's like a 95,
Oh my gosh, you're killing me right now. You're killing me. You're killing me. Pods. Pazemski.
like a 95.
Oh my God.
Come on, bro.
Who's even on? Who else is on this Warriors team? I don't
How are
even
you?
know.
I cannot believe this, bro.
What do you mean? I literally have zero clue right now. Genuinely zero clue. Who else is on that team, bro? Why am I freaking oh? Let's see. So point guard is Curry. Shooting guard is Pods. But Pod come off the bench.
Who's small forward, son?
Jimmy Butler. Oh my God.
Look at that list and figure something out
Jimmy
right about
Butler.
now.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler, yes, bro, 100.
Oh my God.
Jimmy Butler played against AD and LeBron in the finals. He was a teammate with Joel, lost to Jokic, or beat Giannis a lot. His reason for leaving Philly, he lost to Kawhi. Oh man.
You're just giving me such high grades in the East is because he's played in the East so much.
Yeah, because you remember him as a member of the Heat, and you didn't
Oh
guess anyone with the Warriors really, so
no, because I thought for sure he was in the East.
mhm.
Oh my God.
You see it? You see it now?
Yes, I can see it's all coming together now.
Mm.
Jeez, that genuinely just pissed me off.
All right, I'm ready. We're gonna go Oji Anunoby.
Uh, 61.
Norman Powell.
58.
Brunson.
0.
Okay. Kawhi.
82.
Paul George.
Put that a little lower. 73.
Fred Van Vliet.
25.
Zubats.
72.
72. So the Clippers three are not bad. Darius Garland.
91.
Benedict
Or
Benedict Mathurin.
94.
Harden. Mm-mm.
70. 70.
Brandon Ingram.
95.
Oh my gosh, bro. I mean, I feel like it's Clipper. Keaton Wagler.
92.
Gosh, who else do the Clippers have, bro? Lopez? Brooke Lopez?
92.
Rui.
100.
Boom, shakalaka.
Boom,
Okay,
shakalaka.
okay. I got to the Clippers pretty quick there.
Yeah, that was pretty. That's why I was like, in a weird way, why?
Yeah,
But
at first I was thinking OG and then forwards, and then I was over with the Raptors, and then I was over with the
yeah,
Clips. And then I was thinking it was gonna be Harden.
yeah,
But
nope.
all right, let's get into this blind rank and we'll finish up.
Okay,
So for me, the one I've crafted for you today, you're gonna be blind ranking 5 recent finals MVPs.
okay, all right. Go ahead, send it
I'm gonna
down.
start off with Jalen Brunson.
See, here's the thing. I've watched many of these, and if you put them at 1, 2, 3, or 4, you're kind of screwed for the rest of the draft. I'm gonna put it at a 3 and be smart, and then base it off of the Jalen Brunson one. Put it at 3.
We've got Giannis,
To be honest,
2020 to
yeah, he
2021.
was pretty incredible during the finals. You have to put him 3 or 2. Ooh. People are gonna hate me. I should have put Brunson at 4, but he was so good.
We've got LeBron, the Cavs season.
Bro, why are you doing this to me? Put him at 1.
I'm trying to think about what order to give this to you in.
Look, you're really trying to mess with me right now. You're really trying to mess with me.
Andre Iguodala.
5. Get him out of here. Who's my 4?
Nikola Jokic.
You see, I'm not mad at that at all.
I think you did it
I think,
perfect. The only
okay.
one I think you could argue is Jokic Brunson.
Yeah, okay. That is not that bad.
I think that's a perfect list, bro.
I was a little scared there. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
I
lie.
didn't stack up too many elite MVPs. It was
Okay.
really just LeBron and Giannis.
All right. My list for you, you will be blind ranking today, Caleb. Current NBA centers. Okay.
Okay, okay, I can do that. Unless you
All
got
right.
real saucy.
First player, Mason Plumlee.
He's not good. Like a 4. He's going at 4 because I'm hoping someone worse, and I'm hoping there's probably 3 better.
All right. I've got Donovan Clingan.
I like Klingon over Plumlee for sure. I'll throw him at three because there's a lot of bigs better than him, but hopefully there's someone worse than Plumlee on here.
Victor Wembanyama.
He'll go. I'm gonna put him at one just because even if Jokic or someone else is on here, then it's not really an art. Like I don't screw myself if they're not on here by putting him at one. So we'll put him at one.
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid's gotta go two. And then we gotta see number five, which is Jokic, I'm guessing, bro.
I was nice. I wanted to put Jokic on here, but I didn't want your pride to get hurt here. I put Carl Anthony Towns.
Oh, well, dang, I hurt your pride, bro.
It's
With
okay. I said
Carl
it's all
at
right.
five,
We got a lineup of
I would slot Carl over Joel Embiid in
it's
the
okay.
modern day.
It's
I
the Prime
really
rankings,
would.
man.
I
Can't do
really
anything about
would.
it. But
But all
all
right,
right.
man. We'll do some more of these games coming up. Obviously, cut these up for content this week, but that's gonna do it for episode three. Thoughts on how those games went?
We're getting I've seen many of them, so I know how they Caleb doesn't really see much of them.
I guess
So
not.
we're gonna develop become grade A wavelengthers, blind rankers, and uh describers.
On the
So
NBA wavelength, I thought we were pretty spot on, like with
yes,
just the original number. So I mean, obviously, it's only episode three.
gotta build some
There's
chemistry
tons
here.
of episodes to come.
Chemistry.
So we're just gonna keep growing as this channel grows. Um, Subscribe here over on YouTube. That's where we really want to grow. Is it? Not a lot of people even use YouTube. Come over here, drop a sub, follow us on all our social medias at the StatPad Pod. DM us, send us emails, give us some off-season stuff to talk about while we're in the dead period before things start back up. And as always, we'll end it off with Milo's minute this week. Let me get my timer up and
I low-key forgot about this.
we'll get it
Jeez.
going. Sorry, it can be just whatever you want
Yeah.
to talk about. All right. Three, two, one, go.
All right. For Miles Mint today, we are going to talk about one, I want to do a huge shout out to LeBron going to Philly. I think that it's going to be insane to watch. Do I think it's going to be great? No, I don't. But there's a lot of upside. I want to shout out all the people who are showing support. Definitely follow our Instagram and our TikTok because this is where all the short form content is going to be coming out. Please let us know about what short form content because I keep having people telling me like, "Oh, well, why don't you talk about something besides basketball?" Or, "Oh, I want to see this content." DM us, let us know. We want all the feedback we can get. Let us know if there's different games you want us to do. If you guys like the game portion of this, if we should start off with games and then get into the talks. We're really trying to figure out the structure for these videos. So definitely let us know about it because we're building this for y'all.
Yeah, right now we're just working on laying the groundwork and just continuing to grow, but we're willing to do whatever the viewer wants to see. But that's going to wrap it up for episode three of the StatPad Pod. We'll be back next week. We'll be out on social media posting a lot of these clips. Hopefully that brings some more people over. Just share it with people, bring over some more subs, follows. We'll be back at it next week. I'm Caleb Hickman alongside Mile Horton, and we'll see you guys back next week.